If you're feeding or you are nap trapped, you want to make sure that you can just shuffle your bum a little bit closer towards the edge of your seat, as that just gives you a little bit more mobility and movement allowance through the lower body. We're going to try and sit up nice and tall. We're going to draw those ribs down and have a little bit of gentle engagement through those tummy muscles. If you can't feel tummy muscles at this time, don't worry about it. Keep working on things like your breathing with core engagement and diaphragmatic breathing, and it will come. So we're going to sit up nice and tall, and first things first, we are just going to take one heel off the ground, place it back down, and then the other one. So you might want to reposition your feet in a way that feels more comfortable for you. Now, as you take that heel off the ground, you want to try and roll up and through the big toe rather than coming out to the sides. Let's do a couple more. And we're alternating for now, but in just a second, we are going to take it into doubles. So double heel raises. Squeeze those heels off the ground. There will be some movement with the giant potato. Hopefully that's okay and they stay sleeping. Let's do another 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, one foot is going to stretch out in front of you, and we're going to lift that leg up off the ground. So pull that toe in, push that hip out, and it's going to drop down towards the ground and up again. Now you might find that you don't have enough space with how you are sitting for the whole leg to be lifting up and down. You might find there's a bit of restriction because the back of the leg is on the side of the seat. So if that's the case, then you can just stretch out that leg so it's long in that extended position, and you just drop that heel down towards the floor. Take it over to the other side. Press that heel away, and you're going to drop the heel down towards the ground and straighten. So we're working the tops of the legs here. And by pushing the heel away and pulling the toes up, we're also working on the muscles down the front of the leg, so down the shin as well. Let's do 2 more. Good stuff. We're going to keep sitting up nice and tall, have a little recheck of your position, then the other leg is going to come out. We're going to lift it up and we're going to do circling through the foot for another 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it back the other way. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So just by doing that, you'll need to have some core strength. If you don't feel like you are able to do this at this stage, don't worry. You can keep the heel on the ground. You don't get as much movement and mobility, but it is a good option for you to do. And let's take it back the other way for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to place that foot on the ground and we're going to stretch out the other leg, but the heels are going to be on the ground. From here, you're just going to push those toes down and rock back up. So we've got a little bit of a point through the foot. And with all of these things, you never want to try and go all out in terms of effort. Just focus on around 60% right now. We're going to walk the feet back in, sit up nice and tall, and we're going to try and lift one leg up, try and tuck that toe underneath and have a little bit of gentle pressure through the top of the foot. And that can feel like a really, really nice stretch. Hold this here for a couple of breaths and then take it over to the other side. From here, sit up tall, and I'm going to ask you to try and squeeze both bum cheeks, but make sure you're breathing. Don't stop breathing. And I don't know if you can see, but every single time I'm squeezing my bum cheeks together and holding them for a second and then releasing, I kind of seem to grow, maybe just a couple of millimeters. And let's do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Now for the tricky bit, I want you to squeeze one bum cheek and then the other. So you're going to squeeze, release, squeeze, and release. Squeeze, hold for a second, release. And you should notice that one side of your body lifts up ever so slightly as you squeeze one bum cheek and then the other. So we lose a lot of glute strength during pregnancy. So just getting that engagement back is going to be the first crucial step to regaining bum strength. Okay, last but not least, you're going to make sure your feet are roughly hip bone width apart, and all I want you to do is to press the feet very gently into the ground and try and draw those knees together. So feel like you're creating tension on the inside of the legs. So you're not going to be pulling them in together, but I want you to use the tension on the ground and the glute strength and the leg strength to try and feel like the legs are trying to come towards each other. And you should feel that engagement. You should feel the inner thighs trying to move together, but they are prevented because A, I'm keeping these knees out, and B, because I've got the friction of the feet on the ground. Just release, and then you're going to squeeze and hold just for a couple of seconds and release. Let's do 4 more. Squeeze and hold, release, squeeze and hold. So the bum is also going to be working. And release. 2 more. And 1 more. Good stuff. Let's move those feet in ever so slightly until the knees and the thighs are together. And we're going to squeeze and release just for another 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Come back into a position that feels good for you. If you can, give the legs a little bit of a shake, stretch them out, and you are done.